Okay, I'm going to try to make a correlation between the Smith chart and velocity factor of coax. What I've got here is I've got 99 feet of RG8X coax. Now the RG8X coax has an advertised velocity factor of 0.78. And I've got 99 feet of it. Now, because it's got a velocity factor of 0.78, means the radio waves will travel slower in the coax. Only 78% as fast in the coax as they will in free space. So when you're trying to cut a half-wave piece of coax, you've got to apply the velocity factor. Now, that can get a little bit confusing sometimes. So what I'm going to show here is 99 foot of coax, velocity factor is 0.78. And you kind of work it backwards to get the numbers. But if the half wave in free space was 126.9 feet, if you wanted a half wave of coax and the half wave in free space was 126.9 feet, you would multiply that by the velocity factor and you would end up with 99 feet. So my 99 foot of coax is equivalent to 126.9 feet in free space. Now, let's look at it maybe a different way. A half wave in free space is 491.8 divided by the frequency in megacycles. So if you take 491 divided by 126.9 feet, you get 3.875 megacycles. If you take 491.8 and divide it by 3.875, you get 126.9 feet. So all I've done is sort of rearrange the equation there. Now, so 99 foot of coax is a half wave on 3.875. Well, that means that it's only going to be a quarter wave on half that frequency. So it's a quarter wave on 1.9377. And it will be 3/4 of a wavelength on 5.81. You take the 1.9377 times 3 and you get 5.81. So we've got 3 spots here. We've got this 99 foot of coax is going to be a half wave on 3.8. It's going to be a quarter wave on 1.9. And it's going to be 3/4 of a wave on 5.81. Now, if we hook this cable up to a Smith chart, I've got a NanoVNA here. So I've just calibrated the NanoVNA at this point, and I've got it displaying a Smith chart. And if we look at it, what we're going to see here is we're going to see a circle. Now, right now, the marker is at this is an open and this is a short on the Smith chart. So if we look at it, the frequency of this point is 3.855. Now I've only got 100 spots around the dial here that I can read. So I'm pretty close to 3.875. I can zoom in on that spot, recalibrate this thing, and I can come a whole lot closer than 3.855. It's 3.855, and then the next spot is 3.894. So it's not real fine here because of what we've got to work with. But it's really close to 3.875 at this point. Now, if I go and I move the cursor around and I come down to this point here, which indicates a short circuit, I'm at 1.9 megacycles. And of course, I'm not at 1.9377. I'm just before it or just over it because I can't read that precise with the NanoVNA. But let's suffice it to say that, yeah, it's a quarter wave at this frequency and it's a short circuit. It's a half wave long at that frequency and it's an open circuit. And as you can see, we have an open circuit on the end of it. Now, if I go all the way around from a quarter wave, bring it around, and that's a half wave long, and we're going to come to the 3/4 wave point. And I said that was 5.81 megacycles. So let's see what we're going to come up with here. All right, I've got it right there at that point, and it says 5.770. That's pretty close to 5.81. And if I go one more notch, click, I come up to 5.81. Well, I guess maybe that's what I want. It's really close. I have to get my magnifying glass out. But that frequency is 5.810, and I said 5.81. So I guess I'm pretty close here. So basically, this piece of coax is acting like an open circuit when it's a half wave long, and it's acting like a short circuit when it's a quarter wave or 3/4 of a wave. In fact, it's going to be a short circuit at any odd multiple of a quarter wave, and it's going to be an open circuit at any even multiple. Oops, let's go back the other way. So at a half wave or a full wave or two waves, it's going to act like an open circuit. So that was a quick indication here of how we can verify the velocity factor. In other words, I assumed it, the documentation said it was 0.78. And if it was indeed 0.78, this spot here on the Smith chart would be at 3.875. And it's so close that, I'm pretty confident we're right at 0.78 velocity factor with this particular coax.